Now the electromagnetic radiation, we know that it is composed of different parts, let's say, which we call it in our own language. Okay, and these sections or the parts of electromagnetic radiation carry a definite amount of energy range. Okay, now keeping in view that electromagnetic radiation is not just one single radiation, but it is made up of X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet, visible, IR, and so on and so forth. Okay, so different components of this EMR can be used in different techniques. So being an engineer, just keep this in mind that electromagnetic radiation itself is a very broad spectrum that can be used in the designing of various instruments that have been made so far and yet to be discovered. Okay, and one of the application is the spectroscopy. Spectroscopy, now if we try to split the word, spectro means it is related to some spectrum. Okay, we get a spectrum, and what is spectroscopy? It is actually the study of the interaction of matter with electromagnetic radiation. Means what? When the electromagnetic radiation is subjected to any substance, then the changes that occur in that spectrum after the interaction with matter, okay, that give rise to a very broad branch, okay, that is called as spectroscopy. Okay, now what does that involve? It's nothing much complicated, but actually it basically involves the transition between the different energy levels. Okay, the basic principle of spectroscopy is to measure the spectrum once it has passed through the sample, that is after the interaction with the medium or the matter or the sample. Okay, and what is the spectrum? When we say the measurement of the spectrum of a sample, a spectrum is it's a simple graph which gives us the correlation between the intensity of the absorbed or rather emitted radiation, absorbed or emitted by what? By the sample, with respect to the frequency or the wavelength. So whenever we get a graph between the how the intensity of the radiation is changing with frequency, we say it is a spectrum, or it can be a correlation with the wavelength also likewise. And the instrument which gives us the spectrum, the change in intensity, fine, that is called as spectrometer. Spectroscopy actually is of different types: atomic spectroscopy and molecular spectroscopy. Whenever the changes in energy are recorded, or let's say whenever the changes are taking place at the level of an atom, then it is called as atomic spectroscopy. Very simple to remember, you can remember it by name. Okay, molecular spectroscopy likewise, whenever the changes in energy are taking place at the level of molecules, at a molecular level, then it is called as molecular spectroscopy, like the ultraviolet spectroscopy, infrared they all are molecular spectroscopy. Okay, so why? Because the changes are taking place at the molecular level. Okay, atomic and molecular spectroscopy. Fine, these are the two major types of spectroscopic techniques. Now, what is the concept behind these spectroscopies? I mean, what is the drawing line behind these spectroscopy? Absorption, it is either absorption or it is emission. Fine. Now, let's try to understand what I mean to say. Whenever a molecule absorbs a particular radiation, okay, then what will happen? The electron in this energy level, sitting in E1 energy level, let's say it is the ground state level, okay, it acquires energy from the radiation, and then definitely it will jump to a higher energy level, that is E2. So what is happening over here? Absorption of energy is taking place. And due to that absorption of energy, the jump is there to the higher energy level. Now, whenever this jump happens, we get a peak or a mark in the spectrum. Okay, so the spectroscopy in which the measurement of the absorption of electromagnetic radiation is taking place. It is called as absorption spectroscopy. For example, UV visibles and IR spectroscopy. Okay. Now, on the other hand, as the name suggests, emission spectroscopy. Definitely there will be emission of energy. Here it was absorption of energy. Okay. Due to absorption of energy, some change is happening in the energy. Okay. And this change is giving rise to the spectrum. Okay. And that is making us capable to know the nature of that substance. Fine. Emission spectroscopy is whenever a molecule resides with its, the electrons in the molecules reside in a higher energy level and they move from higher to lower energy level. Okay. So the difference between the energies, okay, between the energies of the two energy levels, that is E1 and E2, the difference in the energy of E1 and E2, that difference is emitted out. Okay, that energy difference is emitted out and the species jumps from the higher to the lower energy level. So whenever a jump from the higher to the lower energy level takes place, the emission of that extra amount of energy equivalent to the energy gap of E1 and E2 over here, okay, take place. And since the emission is taking place, that is giving rise to the origin of the spectrum, the spectroscopy is called as emission spectroscopy. So emission spectroscopy is basically, it is an analytical technique in which emission is dispersed according to some property of the emission and the amount of dispersion is measured. Okay. For example, the mass spectroscopy is an example of emission spectroscopy.